1967, John Muir, Kirsten, Englund Memorial Service.
It's such a complicated gathering today. We're all so happy to see each other. And we're all so happy that it's not raining. and it's such a devastating anniversary for all of us. And it's such a difficult time. And yet we know that Kirsten and Lisa and teacher Moss Fuji, who three have passed in the last year, we know they'd love it that we were here. We know it. And so I'm waiting for some crack of lightning so that we can get the thumbs up about all of this. It's good, thank you. We have what we hope is a lovely commemoration of our hearts opened as wide as they can to send love to all of us so that we can ripple out for the rest of our lives, remembering exactly who we're honoring today and remembering we will never forget Kirsten.
Absolutely.
Please know this, England. We love her actively to this day. And what you're going through, we can't really even fathom. So thank you for letting us into your very, very beautiful family and letting us kind of take charge a little bit. Sorry. We're going to continue. You all have programs, maybe, Vivian?
To my old brown hair and to my old blue sky, I now give these last few molecules of I. And you who sing, and you who stand nearby, I do charge you not to cry. Guard well our human chain, watch well you keep it strong, as long as sun will shine. And this our home, keep pure and sweet and green, for now I'm yours, and you are also mine. To my old brown hair and to my old blue sky, I now give these last few molecules of I. And you who sing, and you who stand nearby, I do charge you not to cry. Guard well our human chain, watch well you keep it strong, as long as sun will shine. And this our home, keep pure and sweet and green, for now I'm yours, and you are also mine.
Let's come here together today. And a special thanks to Ken and to Libby for being the driving force for putting this together. Tara, the design work that you did, thank you so much. I also want to thank you for the opportunity that's been given our family to remember Kirsten Elaine Englund. who was taken from us tragically on April 28th of last year. We also remember John Muir classmates that have recently passed away. Lisa Crum Hunter, Ed Shore, and our teacher, Mas Fuji. Kirsten was so jazzed about the John Muir reunion that happened 2 years ago. This is all she would talk about for a couple of weeks. And after a while, I was just getting a little tired. You know? And to make matters worse, I had to hear the same news from Mark and Vivian. But I have to admit, I was a little jealous of your camaraderie. But Kirsten was so delighted to reconnect with her childhood friends. And she talked enthusiastically about what you were doing with your lives. And here we are today, and looking out on you. Some of you I haven't seen for 40 years, but the ships have launched, and I think they're sailing pretty darn good. I think this is the right place to have the memorial service because it connects us to our childhood and where we come from. Some of the important lessons in life we learned here at this school and on the playground. I remember the excitement that Mark and my sisters had in making new friends at John Muir, learning to share, talking with each other, working together in our little community. For most of us, it was a time that life opened up new mysteries, discoveries, and spirit of childhood innocence, and with overflowing laughter. I was not in the awesome class of 1967, being 1 year ahead, but I was definitely formed through memories here. I remember those roll-out rugs in Miss Som's kindergarten class. We used to take our naps. And what about Mr. Elmer Vanner's ping pong paddle?
I never saw that one.
It's for the boys.
Yeah, it was strictly for the boys.
There's lunch at the benches around the redwood tree or in the cafeteria. That is if our black lab, Gunther, didn't break into the cafeteria and devour the lunch and food. There were Mayfairs and there were pie eating contests around Halloween. And believe it or not, they actually had money in the public schools for the arts. We learned about drama, we performed in plays, orchestra, and we sang. We learned multiplication and division tables. And sometimes there was shattering news from the outside that pierced our little bubble. Most of us will never forget being here in class when we were told the news that President Kennedy had been shot in Dallas. I was talking to a friend this week, a childhood friend, about memories, childhood memories. And he said to me, "Robert, I wish we could go back to that time." Well, we can't go back, but what we can do is we can hold those memories that uplift us, that edify us, and that encourage us. I have a letter that I wrote to Kirsten, and I wanted to share it with you. Dear Kirsten, it feels like a very long time, but it has only been a year that you have been gone. With the horrible news of how you were taken, your family trembled. Our hearts were shattered. We stumbled in cracked and tearful anguish. We cried out, "Why?" Now a year has gone. Has it been that long? Sometimes in the twilight hours, I call out to you, and you answer me in a dream. I watch you from a childhood memory in play, a playground full of wild and delightful happy children, playing together in such sublime harmony. You're running here and there in your pigtails, skipping rope and swinging wildly on those jungle bar hoops. Today, your family and childhood friends are gathered here. They remember your name and who you were. They played with you at this school, and this gives me comfort. Sleep well, dear sister. Rest in peace. We will never forget you. And believe in the hope that one day, all our tears will be taken from us. Love, Robert.
Beautiful. Wow. I don't know what to say now, but luckily I have a prepared statement. So I'm just going to read it. I hope you don't mind. But that was really nice, Rob. Thank you. I just want to say hello to everybody and thank each and every one of you for being here, and it means so much to my sister Kirsten. I use the present tense because Kirsten is here with us today. I feel her presence. She's not here in the physical realm, but in the spiritual one. I know she is. In the last couple of weeks, as we anticipated and prepared for this day, spending time with Ken, my new good buddy and house guest, sending the emails of music and news between Libby, Doug, Sanford, and I, interactions and phone calls between family members, that amazing baseball game last night. Giants won. Yay! With all my classmates and old, now new friends from days long ago, I sensed an overwhelming feeling that I was being guided along, almost watched over and protected from any problems or negativity. What I believe I felt was Kirsten's presence. The best way to describe what I feel is love. The love that Kirsten had for us and the world is her true essence. And I can feel her love here and now all around us. We must honor Kirsten by seeing that her love continues to grow in all of us and that her memory does not fade away. I miss her and I think of her always, but find some ease in knowing she's safe from pain and suffering. She's with God now, but every so often, God lets her presence, or should I say essence, be felt. I'm so proud of all of you here today, and also to those that were not able to be here. I hope we can stay together until the end of time, as though those that had the joy of knowing such a beautiful soul as Kirsten. She would have wanted this. She would have wanted this, and in some way, I believe she now knows how much she meant to all of us. I love you guys.
You, my brother girl. Whatever happened to Tuesdays and so slow, going down the old line with a transistor radio, standing in the sunlight laughing, hiding behind the rainbow's wall, slipping and sliding all along the waterfall with you.